Hello and welcome to RT Magazine, a show about Middletown High School, its students, and the community. News about you and for you. I'm Emma Kufta. In this week's episode, Gabby Pieklo teaches us about a fun Middletown tradition. We put senior Alason Reed on the spot, and Erin Kady gives us a look into this semester's RT Media studio crew. This week's show is brought to you by In our first segment, Gabby Pieklo informs us about the return of the Mr. Middletown pageant, a tradition that has been in Middletown for more than 20 years, but it hasn't happened for the last 2 years because of COVID. Seniors, you will be able to nominate contestants with ballots today.
Middletown High School is holding their first Mr. Middletown contest since the spring of 2019.
So Mr. Middletown, it's a pageant where you have male contestants that are competing for the Mr. Middletown award.
A little bit absurd, a little bit ridiculous.
Evening full of entertainment.
We can see everybody having a fun time.
The contest this year is Friday, May 13th.
Mr. Middletown has been a fundraising event for different causes. The money this year goes to Dowie's House Hospice of Washington County. Funding for the yearbook is what started it all.
I was the yearbook advisor, and way back in 1999, we wanted to do something special with the cover that wasn't in the budget. So we needed to do a fundraiser, and we were just talking as a staff, coming up with ideas, and like car washes and candy sales were obviously suggested. And then one girl offered to do a male pageant, which I thought sounded like a terrible idea. So they built a pretty strong case, and I ended up losing that argument, thankfully. And we moved forward with it. It was covered by the Frederick News Post, the Middletown Citizen. The school was flooded with emails and phone calls and letters in support of what we did.
According to a poll of 303 MHS students, only 38% knew what Mr. Middletown was, and about 10% had attended the event at least once. The organizers, contestants, and choreographer all work hard to prepare for the show.
We'll start out with the voting, which should be happening soon. Seniors will vote to select who the contestants are. So then once we have the contestants finalized, then we will start working with them on the rehearsals to get ready for that opening dance number.
Oh, the dance rehearsals, that's the big thing. Right now, I think that we have a choreographer who has already started working on, hopefully she's selecting the music and, getting the vision of what she wants to see in the dance.
Well, I don't want to give too much away. I want it to be a bit of a surprise, but let's just say it's going to be really fun and it's going to be a crowd pleaser.
And then they each participate in 2 acts. There's a lip-syncing portion and a talent portion that each contestant selects on their own.
If the kids make it to the final, then they're the final question and answer.
Mr. Middletown is a fond memory for most MHS students, alumni, and staff.
It's exciting to have it back again now that we're back from COVID and we'll be able to put on the show again. It's a lot of fun. It's a high-energy show, and I highly recommend everybody comes out and see it. It'll be a good night.
I would just like to encourage everyone to come out and see Mr. Middletown.
It's going to be Friday, May 13th.
I hope you come and see Mr. Middletown.
In this week's 10 for 1, we put senior Alason Reed on the spot with 10 questions. Hi, Alason. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, great. Let's get started. Country or rap?
Country.
All right. Who's been your favorite teacher at MHS?
Probably Mr. Hodos. Anatomy was really great. Everyone should take it.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
Probably when people chew with their mouth open.
Spicy or sweet?
Spicy.
What are you proudest of?
Probably making through it, through COVID and everything.
What is a song that you are embarrassed to like?
Probably Hit or Miss by Jacob Sartorius.
Sunrises or sunsets?
Sunsets.
What is your dream car?
Probably a white Ford Bronco.
If you could do one thing different during high school, what would it be?
Probably try a high school sport.
Thanks, Alason. Finally, in our RT Plus segment, Erin Kady shows us an RT Media take on a classic sitcom intro.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. Don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.
That's it for this episode of RT Magazine, part of the Roundtable's multimedia experience. Thanks for watching. You can find all of our episodes on mhsroundtable.com, or you can download our app, Student News Source, for access to our articles, videos, and podcasts. Have a great week. Stay tuned after the show for an introduction to today's SEL lesson.